Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is SZABO, a licensed skincare professional. You know, probably one of the most frequent questions I ever get asked, either by clients or in social media, is what do I think about DIYs? What do I think about DIY masks, about combining a banana, a kiwi, some honey, sugar and some flour together in a wonderful mask that will cure it all? Well, actually, to be honest, this is not an easy question to answer. You see, skincare is very, very young. So humanity's history is long, and skincare has only really started developing in like the 20th century. And well, a little bit in the 19th, but honestly, like the proper skincare comes to us in the 20th century. Before that, people would use at-home remedies to solve the different issues. And nowadays you can see the same issue. Like for instance, toothpaste for your blemish. You know, I hope you never do that. Please don't do that. It doesn't help. Please don't do that. If you want me to tell you why the toothpaste is bad for your skin, I will make a separate video on that. Just comment below. So, therefore, you know, using something made at home for your skin is kind of natural to most people. Still, nowadays, I personally as a professional would never, ever allow myself to put a mask on my client that would consist of some banana and Nutella mixed together. You understand what I mean? The customer comes, pays me money, and then I put something like this from the grocery store, whatever, just dumped in my fridge, and then just dump it on the customer's face and ask a proper bill for, of course not. Therefore, I always try to concentrate on the ingredients, what really works, what are the marketing tricks. I really want to find real things that make a difference. However, the DIY questions are still there. So I have decided to search for DIY videos on YouTube and to see for myself. So I have found a video by Vogue. Here's Priyanka Chopra showing us an all-natural DIY skin secrets. I'm very, very curious about this one. Let's have a look.
I'm here to show you 3 different kinds of exfoliation and masks that I've learned from well, my mom, my grandmother, and just women in India who use natural products. Alright, so we're gonna do a lip scrub.
Here exactly she says that she's learned these secrets from her mother, from her grandmother, so from the previous generations in her family that have been using these DIY skincare remedies probably for generations. This is exactly what I was talking about, but whether we should use them today in the 21st century is the real question.
As you can tell, my lips are one of my more prominent features.
Indeed, she has gorgeous lips.
You take a little sea salt, depending on the size of your lips, you can decide how much to put. 100% pure vegetable glycerin, and then a little bit of rose water so it's gentle on your mouth.
So, look. She didn't say exactly how much of what to use, so it was pretty deliberate. Just mix up salt, vegetable glycerin, and then some rose water. Now, the problem I have a little bit is with sea salt. It might stain your lips, maybe not the best option, but that is not the main concern. The main concern here for me as a skincare professional is glycerin. You see, you will see in advertisements all the time said like glycerin is some kind of moisturizing prodigy of the entire skincare industry. That glycerin will remove your wrinkles, will moisturize your skin, pay your bills, everything. The reality is it will not, especially not the bills, but the previous ones as well. The idea is that glycerin is an alcohol. And this specific alcohol, the molecule of it, is like a giant magnet for water molecules. It really attracts all the water molecules around itself that it can, of course, attach to. And it doesn't care where to get those molecules from. So, that is why in skincare, we always have the 30% glycerin rule. So you have to never ever surpass 30% in glycerin in any skincare product. Why? Because if you put more than 30%, then glycerin will not be attracting the water molecules inside the actual skincare product and make them stay on the top of the skin, but will start attracting the molecules from your skin, specifically also from the inner layers of your skin, making your skin drier. And that is exactly the opposite of anti-aging, and that is exactly the opposite of what we want. So, of course, after the application of glycerin, you can feel as if your skin magically got much better and more hydrated. But that is not because it got more hydrated, that is because the water basically got dragged to the topper layers of the skin and now stays there. But you have way less water content in the deeper layers of your skin. So if you repeat this scrub way too often, you will find your lips to be chapped and dry, and this will be a vicious circle of reusing the scrub, then needing to use it again, and this will never end. Do I have a better solution for you? So am I saying that you need to go to the shop right now and buy yourself one of those lip scrubs? Only that? No, actually, to all of my clients, I do recommend that they do their lip scrub at home. Yes, this is interesting. So I just said that DIYs are bad, then I'm saying that I propose my clients to do a DIY. The idea is actually that this is very, very simple. Most good lip scrubs literally contain just a couple of ingredients, and you probably do have that at home. All you need is honey, or maybe coconut oil for a vegan variation, and sugar. Let me show you how it's done. So this is a very simple recipe. All you will need is a little bit of sugar. Why do I use sugar, not sea salt? Is because I find that it dilutes easier than salt, and also it is less sharp. So the crystals of salt are a little bit sharper, at least if you use coarse salt, than the sugar. And then honey, because honey actually does contain moisturizing ingredients, so it will, unlike glycerin, be actually beneficial. If you're vegan and would not prefer to use honey, you can also use, say, coconut oil. Just one thing I will ask of you is not to leave the coconut oil on the skin around the lips, because coconut oil can be comedogenic and you definitely don't want that comedones or blackheads around your lips. So what would you need to do is take a little bit of honey at a time, not too much. Mix it in like so until you get, as you can see, very nice and homogeneous paste. And now this paste, the best thing about it, no bacteria will spread in there, especially not if you are using this with a spatula like this. Both honey and sugar, they prevent bacterial growth. So you will be able to use this till the last drop, really. I really, really like this recipe. You have something like this at home. You can just make one jar, have it for a while, works like a charm. So, let's look on.
So this is a body scrub. It's an exfoliator, hydrator, it moisturizes, it heals. But please try it on your hand to see if you're allergic or not.
Well, I really like that Priyanka mentions this. To be honest, this is the problem that I have with many DIY skincare the most. They almost never mention you can be allergic to that. They almost never mention you can be allergic to all different kinds of ingredients they may be using. I don't yet know what Priyanka is going to be using, but honestly, this is very, very good that she mentions it. I like it.
Flour. Okay, that should be 1 cup. Then yogurt, not flavored, plain, depends on the proportions, like that much. Mix it in.
I don't really like using anything with microbiota of its own, especially if this yogurt is the plain yogurt that has live bacteria in there. on the skin, because you see your skin naturally also has its own microbiota, and we can never know how it will influence each other. So I don't really like this.
Into a paste, a little bit of lemon. If your paste is as bad as mine, which mine is, you add a little milk to it. That's what that looks like now. Magic ingredients. Some sandalwood powder in there. My best and most favorite ingredient, which works for everything, is turmeric. It gives it love. It might give you a little bit of a yellowish.
Yes, so turmeric. The whole idea of adding some lemon and some milk, if it's too thick of a consistency, to me is a little bit wild, to be honest. I really like to be very precise with any recipe I'm making. I'm licensed skincare professional. I have a license to actually create skincare. If I do create very, very, very strict recipes. But here we have just typical DIY. Nothing wrong with that. Turmeric. I see lots of love on the internet to the turmeric, almost as much as to the apple cider vinegar. The thing is that yes, turmeric has some good properties, but not quite as much as you would imagine. Not quite as much as they show it to the internet, as well as it can stain your skin. She's right. Please don't overuse it.
So be careful about how much you put in. And you put it on your entire body and just hang out a little bit, let it dry. And if you have oily skin, then maybe use like skim milk and like low-fat yogurt or no-fat yogurt. I think it's almost dry, so the idea of it is to scrub it off like that, you see? So it literally like exfoliates. And then you shower and you get rid of whatever excess is on your hand, and you see a difference.
So, you see, the problem I have with this is, yes, A, it can be, you can get allergic to this. B, it looks to me like a lot of work. You see, I feel as if you first go to your kitchen, you collect all of these things together, you mix them up, then you put it on your entire body, you, I don't know, probably walk around the house waiting for it to dry. I don't know what you're doing, maybe read, sit, probably cannot sit because you're full of the body scrub. And after that, you are going to rub yourself, and we have seen those pieces of scrub being rubbed off, not really together with skin. You will actually feel just the scrub getting rubbed off, but it will feel as if your skin is also getting rubbed off. A little bit of it would, but not too much. And then you go to shower, then you wash yourself off, and after that you probably clean the dishes that you have used, clean your bathroom from all of those specks, clean the flat wherever you have gone with this scrub. It feels like a lot of work to me. Honestly, there is a much better solution than that is very easy. You can also find this solution at a relatively cheap price. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So the solution I have in mind for you instead is a powder like this that is a pure enzymatic peeling. How is it different from the regular peeling you would think of is that it doesn't have actually those harsh particles of any sort. It is a chemical peel that contains enzymes that will basically break down the dead skin cells from the top of your skin and then will nicely exfoliate your skin. Even if you have very sensitive skin, you can use this solution. Using it is very simple. All you need to do is to get a little bit of this powder on your hand. And after that, you would just need to foam it up. And after that, you really use it exactly the same way you would use a shower gel. There is no difference at all. After you are done with that, just wash it off. I would recommend to always use a shower gel before you use this, and always to use a lotion right after, because the pH of the enzymatic peel is quite basic, so you would need to return your skin into the more normal pH realm and moisturize it as well. But honestly, look at that. That's very fast. You really don't need to have much, and honestly, you can find pretty inexpensive options of this. I recommend something with bromelain, subtilicin, say lipase. These work very nicely. Let's continue.
Now this is a scalp treatment. It is usually for like if you have a dry scalp, if you have dandruff. So you start with full fat yogurt. The yogurt helps hydrate.
Yogurt again.
Hydrate the scalp and cool it down. I'm getting hungry. A teaspoon of honey. My secret ingredient. It's an
honey. Honey actually can moisturize, that is true. Whether a teaspoon will make any difference in this particular recipe, I don't really know. I don't think so. I don't think that honey will do anything, to be honest. But let's continue with the egg.
I know. You keep it for 30 minutes and you wash it off with like baby shampoo or just like warm water. That's what the consistency should look like. Wow, that was a lot.
Okay. So the last one is use egg, which by the way has been used instead of shampoo, and it's for different kind of scalp treatments throughout the history. It can help. And then yogurt, that again I said I didn't like because of the microbiota in it, and also you never know which exact pH it will be. It depends on the manufacturer really. And also then we had honey, that probably doesn't work at all. And then you need again to spend half an hour walking about the flat with this on your head, then washing it off. And to me personally, I look for simplicity. I don't really have capacity for doing something like this. No judgment for those who do. I probably would just, you know, really gravitate to ready-made solutions. Something, right, definitely if you have dry scalp, you should consider salicylic acid. Either a shampoo with salicylic acid would do really good, or a post-treatment with about 2% salicylic acid will really do great. And all you have to do is to wash your face with the shampoo if it's already in the shampoo, or you would have to wash your hair with some kind of good quality mild shampoo. Not necessarily baby shampoos. Not all baby shampoos are actually very good and gentle. And after that, you would just apply little like lotion all over the scalp, rub it in really vigorously, and that would be that. To me, it feels like a much shorter and a foolproof solution that helps. And whether this particular recipe will help will depend on so many factors that I don't know if it's worth investing time in. Now, what do you think? Do you invest times in these DIY skincare solutions? Do you find them to be worth it? If you do, I'm really curious to know. Let me know in the comments down below. And also, please do not forget to subscribe, because I am going to make more of such videos, and I'm making videos on the skincare advice in them. Now, stay young in your heart and in appearance, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!